All right. Finally, time for another MusoChatter. This one with uh, a very prominent figure in the Melbourne open mic scene. She's Captain Justyna. She has a band. She performs solo from time to time. And her music's very evocative, very good. I like it a lot. Pirate theme, too. Anyway, without further ado, this is Justyna from Captain Justyna. Hey, Cap. Oh, Captain, my Captain. Hey, that's so. I'm here with Captain Justyna after her gig, which you're gonna see. Sorry, which you're gonna see later after this interview. So I know I just mentioned your name, but please introduce yourself.
I'm Captain Justyna.
Right. So just to be clear, Captain Justyna is the band or the?
It's everything.
It's
It's
everything.
the universe.
Had,
It's my life. It's my alter ego.
like
It's my music, pretty much. So I call the shots, I guess. Hence, I named myself Captain because I guess people were asking. So, what are you going to call yourself? I'm like Captain Justyna.
when
No,
was this?
Admiral's a bit too much.
Okay.
Pirate is a little bit too low. Captain. Captain's the best.
So when did you come up with this name?
I don't know. I guess when I needed a name and for like a Facebook page. I was
Really?
like, what am I going to call myself? Because I was kept a pirate Justyna on Twitter,
Okay.
and I said, no, I don't want to be just a pirate. I'm in charge, so I'm a pirate captain. So I'm a captain. So I just gave myself a title because life is too short not to have a
Yeah.
title.
So what attracted you to the? Oh, we're gonna talk about music eventually, obviously. What attracted you to the pirate aesthetic?
I'm just a pirate.
Okay.
At heart, you don't have to be like Army Hearties, even though I do have a pirate shanty because, well,
Yeah.
you just have to have one. But yeah, I'm kind of a lawbreaker. I never fitted in. I'm a misfit.
Right.
I'm a scallywag.
Okay.
In
Okay.
the most nicest possible way.
The music. So
But yeah, it's like even in my music, I break musical, I guess, norms in changing keys and in doing weird stuff, which my better halves always berates me for. But then
Right.
always comes and say, you're making me a better musician because what the fuck are you doing with here?
so when did you start writing songs?
Oh, the first time I wrote a melody piece, I must have been like 6 years old. I had a piano way back in Poland, in the good old communist Poland.
Is it still?
No, but it was then,
Right.
not now. The minute it fell, we're like, woohoo, we're free! Screw you, Russia. But we had a piano sitting around. It's very sketchy, and I just started playing things, and I actually knew how to note them.
Right.
Back in those days, we actually learned notation and
Right.
stuff
Sorry.
in school.
Mhm.
Now I don't know what I'm doing. But I think I still got it though, and it was my little piece that I used to play. I guess my father was a musician.
Right.
Oh,
Like a proper one, like a classical one.
No, unfortunately, he was just he had his job, but he did play very well, and
You're right. Right.
and he knew how to play. He made his own guitars.
He made his own guitars.
Yeah, there's some interesting ones. They sound like my songs. Very, very original, I might say. But hey, they worked.
So, mhm.
Yeah, so it's kind of in my blood, I guess. I wasn't really pushed or anything.
Right.
It's just being artistic. There you go. Yes.
Well, speaking of which, knowing that your dad is artistically minded, making his own guitars and stuff, were you encouraged in music?
Not really, because I didn't really know my dad very well. Yeah, we didn't live with him and stuff like that.
Oh.
So, but it was always there in the background. Music, theatre, just performing and doing stuff.
Right.
I mean, I started off with visual arts because that was the first thing I did. I drew and did little things, and then I went into theatre because I really enjoyed performing. And then, like, my final step, which was kind of the scariest step, was to go into music. Because when you're standing in front of people and you're sharing, I guess, the most intimate songs, and your voice, you feel very naked. You feel very, just it's really scary. It's a really scary, but also very thrilling. And that was my last step that I took, so I kind of went that way. It was always there though. I always did like little choirs and stuff like that, but I never thought of it as a profession or anything.
Right.
Because, you know, Slavic mothers.
But so eventually in the timeline, you moved here to Melbourne. What happened?
Well, that's what I mostly did in Melbourne, you know, visual arts, and then I still, you know, dabbled in this, dabbled in that, went into choir in high school. Really enjoyed performing, doing choir, and then doing like musicals also with and you know, end up in uni doing, of all things, Chinese, because why not? But there was
so
always,
you speak Mandarin? Ni hao.
Ni hao.
Ni hao.
But then I also did theatre studies.
Sure.
It was like, you know, my mum wanted me to be an academic, and I was like, yeah, but I want to do art. So it was always there in the background. And then when I did my dip ed, there was this thing that we had to do one, I think, subject or semester, and it was either through conventional book, you know, just writing, doing an exam, blah blah. Another one was through radio. Another one was through art. Another one was through opera. Guess which one I chose?
Opera?
And I had no idea what I was doing. I never really sang, but
So
standing in front of people and singing for the first time to somebody, your voice shaking, you're just sweating and nearly peeing yourself from anxiety, but also getting a really big kick out of it.
Right.
Where you're like, I didn't die. It actually felt really good. Maybe I should do something about it.
So I noticed that you've listen to your songs on open mics and stuff. I noticed that there is a bit of an opera influence, isn't it, in the bridge section of your songs?
A lot of times, that's because afterwards, you know, when I started actually working, you know, not really, I still wasn't satisfied. I did a VCA course in drama as a part-time course. Yeah. But then after that, again, I wasn't satisfied. I needed that art. I needed that kind of, you know, break from the norm. It's a part of me, and I haven't yet fully embraced it at that stage. And one day I was walking past just to work, and suddenly I just looked up, and there in the warehouse said singing school. Frank City singing school. I went, okay, well, I'll give him a call and see. If I can sing, I can sing. If I can't, I can't. And that's how it started. Right. 10 years later, here I am and doing stuff. So I invested a good 10 years. Now, my teacher, Frank, he did push me into doing scales, you know, the kind of the old school ones. And I still do scales every single time. Do your scales. They're good for you. And he made me, you know, kind of go into the bel canto, and also made me sing opera, which was very cruel because it's very, very hard. But just practice, as I practice, just to push me further, deeper. So I will sing in male register. I sang in the Pavarotti's O Sole Mio, which was great. Hey, I can sing tenor, why not?
So sorry. So that's your operatic influences. But when did the rock come in?
Well, that's always, you know, this is a pirate thing. You know?
Yeah.
I always, you know, dwelled in kind of grunge and rock, alternative rock. That's kind of my favorite go-to to listen to. Right. Big influences, you know, Jeff Buckley, Shirley Manson. People like Emily Autumn, which is very much a gothic industrial, Victorian industrial, which she's amazing, check her out. To like Tea Party, then going to Nine Inch Nails, Korn, then going into weird Edith Piaf, you know. 40s, right. Polish, Czesław Niemen, very psychedelic 60s, all the way to the 2000s. Muse. Right. Queen, I can go on, you know. I've got a very weird eclectic mix, but always kind of rocky, because
Right.
I don't know, it has an edge to it. You can add a lot of things with rock. You can add opera with rock and it will work.
Yeah.
As you know, a lot of things now have been done with that, especially like Queen with Freddie Mercury and Montserrat.
Right.
Cavalier.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, you can mix a lot of other genres with rock, and that's the cool stuff about it. So yeah, that's what I loved.
So, nah, it's okay. So eventually found Mick, the
I just found him.
guitarist.
Oh,
You
what
found,
I found? Oh, it's Mick.
but just asking, like, so Mick's your partner also?
Yes, yes. It's our actually 10-year anniversary today.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yes, it's been 10 years. Oh my God, yeah.
So, like, how does that kind of sort of partnership work? Obviously, you're musical partners in the
With a
band.
great lot of difficulty.
Okay.
Because it's a hard thing where you know, when you are friends, you kind of have a different relationship, and you can always go home. You can always kind of, if you have a disagreement, you can always, as a guy throwing up.
Yeah.
We're in South Melbourne.
Yeah.
And the dynamic is a little bit different when you've got friendship and you can, go away, maybe chill out. But when you're living with that person, it's hard, because you have to work also on as a partnership in music, and as well as your partner.
Right.
Your love partner, which sometimes, if we have a disagreement in music, it kind of spills over into your own.
Right.
And then you just sit there going, I'm not talking to you.
Right.
You want some food? Yeah, but still not talking to you. So
So-
it's a really weird. It takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of effort
Right.
in being. It took us 8 years out of the 10 to actually start working together, to finally work ourselves out as who we are as I guess lovers, in a relationship, and also as partners, soulmates, you might say, and also how we fit into my music.
Speaking about your music, so when I was doing research for this interview, I found a lot of demos, some songs on your SoundCloud.
Yeah.
I can hear the songs, but what's taking? Are you recording it anytime soon?
At the moment, no. I guess it's because I couldn't decide if I wanted a band first
Right.
or not. But now it's also how much money I'm going to have at the end of the tax.
Yeah.
When I get my tax return,
Yeah.
it's all going to go probably on recording, as it always does on music of some sort.
Sure.
So previous years I bought myself amps and then a guitar, and now it's time to record, and I think I'm going to record first using whoever I grab. You'll do. Come play with me.
Right.
But no, I will get a proper recording soonish, because it's time. It's time.
Right.
And I just need a lot of money, which musicians are not, famous. Oh well, that kind of music
For having
like me.
it.
Unless you make it on the top, then you've got lots of music. But when you're starting out, you don't.
Right.
And you kind of somehow have to get the music
So-
money for it.
Tying up with a bow a bit. Where do you see yourself? Like a couple of months from now, recording, getting that done.
Oh God, months, I don't know. I seriously, just like my music, I play by the ear.
You play by the ear.
Yeah, I just see where it's, I've got a vague plan. Yes, I want to record. I really do want to do that, and then get a band, because we're still looking. We play here and there with other people, but they're not, I guess, like my band. And I don't know, maybe I should just get musicians, session musicians. I have to do a lot of decisions. It's
Right.
decisions at the moment. But one thing is, I would really like to see maybe by the end of this year to have a few tracks down, and that's kind of my goal at the moment.
Right.
And then probably put them out and see if any musicians like to play with me, because it's it's easier to show people what I'm about rather than to describe I really have a hard time describing
Right.
what my music is about.
Thank you very much,
No worries,
Captain.
thank you, Ash.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Thank you very much.
Right. And now introducing Captain Justyna.
Thank you very much. My name is Captain Justyna, and again I welcome you all to the open mic at the Arcadia Hotel.